Okay, so this one is for people who are still learning about Norway. Let me tell you about Easter. I've done one episode on Halloween. I've done a video on jula. And what I usually tell Americans is that Easter in Norway is like Christmas in America. It's just as big. Although, of course, Christmas is big in Norway, don't get me wrong. But because everybody gets something like around 10 days off, a national holiday for Easter, it's like a very big holiday. And here's what, I actually organized an entire utvekslingsstudentprogram fra USA till Norge a couple years ago. It got canceled from COVID, but it was all about påskekrim. And påskekrim is like, I think, the most surprising thing to learn about Norwegian culture. So the short version, I'm sure people are going to tell me I'm oversimplifying it, but what Norwegians do for Easter is they like to hike up a mountain with their family to their cabin, and they all sit around and read novels about murder. So I developed a study abroad program to take a few students from my university back home in America to Norway, and it was going to be around Easter. And I literally wrote this whole program, and I was like, okay, we're going to hike up a mountain and rent a cabin, and we're going to read påskekrim romaner. And I got a phone call from somebody on the approval committee, and they were like, how is this teaching them about Norwegian culture? This can't be real. And I was like literally on the phone with this administrator being like, I promise you this is a Norwegian cultural thing. But when they called me, I realized that it does kind of sound made up. But then also I work at so I was also like, though, if you think about Easter historically, it is kind of about murder. So maybe Norway is doing it more accurately and they have it right. But yeah, påskekrim, oh my gosh, it's so huge. I actually did a whole påskekrim event at my university back home where I just got people to donate crime novels, and any student that wanted them could get it. And then we all read them over spring break because we don't have an Easter break really in the same way. And then we just had pizza and talked about the books and the experience of reading them. So I think påskekrim is endlessly fascinating. And there's lots of candy for Easter too, but that's not that different than in the USA.